Hi, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining me. And happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a good one. I have been out of town for days and days and days. Finally just got back and I'm ready to hang out with you all. So, sorry for being out of pocket. I hope that you all had a wonderful holiday. And I'm ready now to get back to it. The keyword's all set up. It is the word snow. Let me find my video. So I have this cute snowman shelf sitter. I'm going to paint the snowman white first before we do anything else. And then I think I'll skip back over to that other cardboard and do that while the snowman has a second to dry. I'm just using a makeup sponge to do the first coat for the snowman. And I have these little snow peaks too that need some white paint. Anyway, whenever you hop on, make sure that you say hey and comment the keyword snow to get the link to my Etsy to go grab this cutout. I did last week, I added a bunch of new stuff to my Etsy site, so you can check all of that out. There's a lot of new winter stuff out there. Y'all, Christmas is like basically here. I don't know how this happened, but we're into December tomorrow. Black Friday is over. Cyber Monday is tomorrow though, so make sure that you watch out for deals on my chalk site. Hi Tammy, how are you? Welcome. Alright, so all of this is going to be black. I'm going to use a foam brush for this because it's a little bit more. I am going to just go up to about, I'm not going to go all the way up this hat, this part, and then I'll probably go halfway there, okay? And then I need to paint the brim. I have this little button here and my snowman's buttons, his little coal buttons. There we go. And then I need to do the trees. Okay, so I have a couple paint pens that I pulled out to do that with, and the other details. Just make it easy on myself. I have this green color. I'm doing well. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Got to hang out with family and friends. We went up to my parents' property on Wednesday when Chris got off work and stayed until yesterday afternoon, and then came in, and here I am. So I've been trying to get back into the swing of the thing, and it's been difficult. Now I got to go back to work tomorrow, y'all, and after having a long weekend, it is exceptionally hard to go back to work. I am ready for retirement, and I'm a long way off before that's ever going to be able to happen. So that's pretty depressing. But anyways, that's what's happening for me. I am planning, so I put my Christmas tree up today during the day. And we do have permanent lights on our house, so I didn't have to worry about lights outside. I don't know if I'm going to do any more decorations outside, like in the yard. I do have some blow-up decorations that go outside, but I don't know. I don't want to deal with it. So we'll see. Maybe I'll put them out there. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm lazy. Alright, so that's what I painted for the trees. I'm going to just hold there, and in a minute, whenever we get the snowman finished, I'll set him on there, make sure that I have my paint correct for the greenery on the trees, and if I need to come back and add more, then I can. Okay? I'm going to go one more time on this snowman. Okay. My tape is old, apparently, here. Okay. Oh, I have this piece, too. I forgot about it. And I don't know. I think maybe I probably need to do the words with white. I was thinking about using a paint pen on them, but maybe we'll do them in white. There we go. The little fur that goes on the hat. Yeah, I'll do this part white. It'll be fine. I don't know. I was considering what color I was going to use, but against the black, I think white would probably be best, just to make it really a stark contrast. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. That should be good. I may come back and do one more coat on that part. And then I have, oh, I didn't bring out an orange. I don't know what's going on with my phone. It seems to be, I don't know, buffering or something stupid. Okay, there we go. I don't know what happened. If my Wi-Fi is messing up or what, but I'm going to just use a paint pen for the rest of these little pieces. Oops. To make it easy on myself. Okay? Easy is always best for me. The little red heart. And then I have this little sign that says Frosty. And I think I'm going to just color it with this red paint pen. And I'm going to use this same red on the sweater. I mean on the, whatchamacallit? Scarf. Hello. Trying to find my words here. And we're going to do a red and like teal stripe. Okay, so hopefully I can make this happen with minimal issues. We'll see. Oh gosh. This is so much easier than trying to paint this with a paintbrush. There's absolutely no way. I am not talented enough to be trying to paint little stripes with a paintbrush. I don't know about y'all, but I don't have a steady hand at all. And I cannot control a paintbrush at all. Maybe you all can. I don't know. But I find this much easier. And I love these brush pens. They're amazing. They work really good. And then we'll get this part. Now this scarf is layered, so there's these two pieces. And I'll show you in a minute how they sit together. But I don't know if I necessarily have to color this part, but I'm going to anyway. Just in case. Because I don't remember. I can't picture in my mind what it's supposed to look like whenever it's put together. I don't know. It's like my brain erases information the minute that I stop looking at something, so. And I wanted to paint the red first because that green color, or the teal color that I'm going to use is a little bit darker than this. So if I have any imperfections in the red where, like, if I went over the line at all, then I can hopefully fix it with the teal. We'll see. Hi, Stace. How are you? Okay, so I'm going to use this. I don't know. It's like a dark teal color. I think it'll be nice. Oh, yeah. This is going to be good. And I'm going to do the same for the hat. Okay, so the little sign on that goes on the hat says Frosty. I did that in red. I'll do the hat this teal color. So that'll bring his whole outfit together. Anyway, tell me about your Thanksgiving. Did you guys travel? Did you do everything at your house? Did everyone come to you? Do you have family and friends? I know I've got a couple of friends that have family that either lives out of state or out of the country or not in the city where we are. So we end up doing a friends thing. Like, for a lot of the holidays, we'll get together instead of them going to their families. So tell me about it. What do you do? I want to know your typical, like, Christmas and Thanksgiving plans. And if you travel, where are you going? Are you flying, driving? What are you doing? Anyway, my parents live about an hour and a half from here, so we drove up there on Wednesday night and then came back on Saturday. And it's great that it's weird because they're out in the country. They live on a ranch, and it seems like it's like it is out in the middle of nowhere, honestly, but it's really not that far from my house. It's crazy. I love that. So did you cook stuff? Did they cook? How do you handle the food? Because this year, at my parents' house, I think y'all know, my parents are about to start building their new home on the property up there where they're living. So they're in kind of a temporary housing situation right now, and their kitchen is not nearly big enough to be cooking a Thanksgiving meal. So I ordered all of the food from Cracker Barrel near my house in Conroe. It was not good, by the way. We did that. We used to do it. Me and Chris would do it in Tennessee, and it was great. Really good, actually. But I don't know. I think it's the quality of the Cracker Barrel here. The food was not great. I didn't even want to take any leftovers home. That's how bad it was. We did bring home some of the desserts because there were some good pies. There was a pumpkin and a pecan pie, and then my mom made a cheesecake. My nephew requested a cheesecake, so she did that. But beyond that, everything was bought from Cracker Barrel. I will never do that again. We will do something else. Maybe we'll cook the whole meal whenever they get into their house officially. But it was not great. So sadly, that was a bust. I had high hopes too, because it used to be really good whenever we would do that in Tennessee. But it's just, I guess, the difference in the quality of the Cracker Barrels, right? But I have noticed, like, whenever we've gotten food from there, just like dinner or whatever, or even breakfast from Cracker Barrel here in town where I live, it's not been great. It's really been lackluster. And we used to order from them all the time up there, and it was great. But I just have not been really impressed since we've lived here. So I probably should have known better, but I wanted to do the Thanksgiving meal, but I was not impressed. Like, it was just, I mean, we could have done better doing something completely different than that, you know? But that's okay. Live and learn. And then whenever we got home, Ivy tells me that for Christmas, she wants to have the real Thanksgiving meal because she went to her grandma's and the oven had gone out. And so they didn't end up getting to eat all the food. And so she is like needing the Thanksgiving experience. So we're going to do that for Christmas. That's the decision that was made by my child, which is fine. We're hosting Christmas here at our house, so on Christmas Eve for my family, and so we will make some of the things, and then the rest of the family people will bring stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just double check this. It looks like I painted the trees pretty good, so that's wonderful. Now, as far as my snowman, I'm going to give him just a little bit of a rosy cheek, as I do. Before I go any further with him, I want to make sure I did that. And on this hat, I wanted to use my ink pad and add some white effects on there. And on the hat too. I may do it on the scarf as well. a little bit on the edge of that scarf. Let me see, what other pieces do I have? I think that's all for that. And then I don't have my stick fast yet. I need to look and see where my order is. But so I pulled out my tacky glue and had to like unclog it and all that stuff so I could use it, but we're all set. Okay, so I'm gonna just set all of this and make sure. Oh, you know what? Look, I see what I needed to do here. There. Oops. Making a mess. Nice. Your son cooked. That's awesome. Yeah, so Ivy was suggesting that her and I make the food for Christmas. And I talked to my cousin earlier, and she said that, you know, we can, because normally, like, whenever we do a family thing, you know, people sign up to bring different stuff. So, you know, my mom said she'll do the dressing, and I think my aunt normally brings like a chili that she loves to make. So she'll probably bring her chili. And then my cousin said that she will do the sweet potatoes, and then I'll just pick up the slack on whatever's left that nobody signed up for. Then oh, I need to do his eyeballs really fast. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I have all of this. Oops. These little snow peaks go on the trees right here. When I first cut this the other day, I was looking at this like, what the heck are those pieces? I could not figure it out, but they're the snow peaks. They had me stumped for a minute. Okay, so I'm going to pull my snowman back and go ahead. I'll glue all this stuff on, and then we'll work on the snowman. I do need to give him some eyeballs, though, really fast here in just a second. So I'll do that before I glue him all together. And tacky glue does dry clear. It works pretty good. This stuff is good. Especially if you have an issue with the stick fast. This stuff is good. It doesn't have any scent. It is washable. It's not as, you know, you're not gonna stick yourself to stuff, like, because the stick fast is like a hot glue. I mean, it's like a super glue. And if you get it on your hands, it's like super glue. Like, you really have to get it off with like a sanding block or a nail file or something like that. And so tacky glue is a good alternative. And it doesn't stink. Stick fast has a definite odor, which could irritate people, especially in close quarters. So if you don't like the stick fast, you could always try this Eileen's tacky glue. It works really well. All right, put that on there. And then my little, I have like a couple of bottles of this tacky glue. I need to combine them into a single bottle, I think. So that I probably have a full bottle if I just combine them all. And it does dry clear, and it is a matte type finish, so plus, like, I can just wipe it off the edge. And it does, like, give you a little bit of freedom, just like the stick fast does, and then it holds really, really nice. Yeah, stick fast is evil. That, you are not wrong. Yeah, and as y'all see, I mean, every single day I glue myself to a piece of wood, pretty much daily, every time I use it. So if that, you find the same issue, which Stacy, you've sent me pictures before of yourself glued to things, which I know, I literally have to peel myself up off of the whatever surface I've glued myself to on a regular. So I'm going to just take my little, this is the fine point of this brush marker, and do the black of his eyes. Okay, just so, yeah, you don't have to, but I want to. Okay, and then all of the pieces do have score marks, so it makes it easy to put this whole thing together. And I'm actually gonna do that on the buttons, make it easier for myself. So, I've been binge watching shows. Last night I watched, so whenever I had a Friendsgiving thing, a few weeks ago now with some of my high school girlfriends, and they suggested this show, and if you're squeamish to sex scenes, sex scenes, maybe you don't want to watch it, but it's called Hunting Wives. It's really good. It's a drama with, it's like a whodunit. Real good. It's a series on Netflix. Definitely check that out. And I also started just now, The Summer I Turned Pretty on Amazon Prime Video, which I finished the book recently, so I know the story already. But my girlfriends were telling me that that the show was really good, so I'm checking it out. We'll see. I mean, so far, I just started it. I'm like halfway through the first episode, so I'm probably going to end up binge watching that this week. I'll probably be, instead of listening to audiobooks, I'll probably turn it on while I'm working and just listen to it. I do like to watch the shows of books, and Hunting Wives is also a book too, so I have that on hold at the library and I'm waiting. I didn't read it first. And then over the weekend, while I was at my mom's house, my mom and dad's house, we watched The Girl in Cabin 10, which was also really good. I haven't read that book, but I do have it, again, on hold at the library. And another one, The Little Things, I think it's called, with, what's his name? Denzel Washington? I think that's who's in it. Oh my god, he's so good. I love him. He's amazing in everything that he's in. He's a hero cop, detective guy, and he is phenomenal. I just absolutely love him so much. But we watched that, and we watched quite a few. My parents love watching movies, and I got them a new TV whenever they moved. That's a smart TV, because the TV that they had, it was a smart-ish TV. It didn't have a lot of apps on it. Like, you could only get 2 apps. You could get Netflix and a weird version of Hulu. So my mom was never going to buy a new TV, so I went ahead and I found one really cheap and ordered it for them, and they're loving it, having a good TV that they can watch. Y'all, this little Frosty guy is so cute. I'm going to try and show you. He's real cute. I love that his face is already drawn on for me, so I don't have to try and draw a face. I'm just not that talented with that kind of stuff. Y'all probably are, but I can't I cannot even begin to be able to do that. So the one thing about tacky glue is that it does stay movable. The items don't immediately adhere, so just make sure that you give it some time and don't move it around. Like that hat, I've kind of shifted it a little bit, so, and then give it some time to rest, and then it'll stay really nice. Okay, but there's my little snow guy. Now this one comes with that assembly for the easel. I don't know what I did with the lid to that. That's perfect. It's just my style to lose. Maybe it didn't have a lid. I don't know. I have several bottles over here, and a couple of them don't have lids. So maybe that's one of them. I don't know. Anyway, you should probably let this dry fully. So let's see if maybe we can't speed that up a little bit. And before you put the easel on, before you try to lay it down and put the easel on, make sure this thing is completely dry. So that it doesn't get shifted and then your stuff is all shifted around, you know. He's really cute though. I'm loving that I did the green and black and green and red to like bring it all together. I'm really liking it a lot. And I'm thinking about adding a few more swipes of that white on the hat, just to give it a little bit more depth on the hat. Alright, so here's how this goes. And I showed y'all this the other night. We're going to flip this over. And I'm going to just put that right there so that I know where my first piece is going to go. So I'm going to glue this down. And we're going to do... I'm going to take that out of there so I don't glue it on. Okay. We're going to put 3 of these down, these little spacer pieces. Okay. So 1, 2, and the third one. I do like to use hot glue for this. Just it dries fast. It holds good enough. But the one thing is that the easel piece is not attached. Okay. So if you're going to pack this up and store it away after the winter season is over, then this piece is going to go on top after those first 3. Then you need to like tape it to the back or something. I usually use like packing tape or that blue tape that I keep in my drawer here, and just tape stuff to the back so that the hanger doesn't, or this little easel piece doesn't get lost. Okay. And you really can't glue it in here because then it won't hold it. It won't hold up. Okay. So let me show you how this works now that that's done. Okay. So you just sit it in there like that and it moves. Okay. And then you can open it. See, like that. Anywho, I'm going to take that off. And before we are done here, I'm going to just take my white ink pad and give a few swipes of the white on the hat, okay? Just to make it feel kind of blistery. And try not to leave like a dot, okay? So the longer the stroke that you can put on there, the better. Now, I probably should have done that before I put the words down. If I was smart, that's what I would have done. So if you want to add some effects with the white ink, probably do that before you put on the words, and that'll be better for you. And use long strokes, okay? But that is all set, and now it stands up by itself. Super cute. Keyword is snow if you want to go grab this guy. And I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Good night.